गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
Basically, just to introduce ourselves, what we do here is karmic healing, known by other terms also. We practice Reiki, which means universal life force energy, which is flowing through the universe, and we tap into it by a process of spiritual initiation. It's a Diksha process, and then we can use that energy to channel it to heal ourselves and to heal others. So basically that's what we do. So we look at reprogramming people's destiny, including our own, in terms of health and all the areas of life and living. So it is not related to health alone. It has to do with all life situations, relationships, aspirations, in-law troubles, outlaw troubles, children troubles, parental troubles, husband trouble, the nasty fellows, and the wife troubles, all kinds of troubles we handle here. So careers, work not happening. So what this does is to open up doorways which were previously closed. And when somebody gets connected to Reiki, in the beginning it may feel like we are in some magic store and we say, I want this, give me that, and we get it. But that doesn't last very long, I can assure you, because you're not going to get infinitely from the universe without working for it. So this unlocks a lot of benefits for you, but there are higher and higher levels of goals available, all the way up to liberation from the material zone of existence, and in other words, moksha and beyond, from what you know about moksha, and being free of the cycle of birth and death. So it can be taken at any level, and most people usually come for troubles, and there are three major troubles. I want to be rich today, if possible, you mean? I want to be well with my body and mind. And the third is I want to know how to make lots of money, or how to gather wealth and keep it, not give it so much to the tax man, and so on and so forth. So all kinds of inspirations are there, and they're all valid concerns. And then of course there are the people who are intelligent. They know that this is a spiritual energy that can actually take me out of this repetitive cycle of birth. So at any level that you want to access or approach Reiki, it's available for you. It's a universal loving heart energy of the divine. Basically we reprogram your destiny. We reorganize your kismet, and you get things that you don't deserve. The good ones, not the ones that you say, I didn't deserve this, but actually you did. Whatever you get, you deserve in the sense of karmic destiny. But we interfere with that, and that's only possible through spiritual means. Material means don't get you very far, and I'll give you an example just to explain how this works. Very often we get people coming here who are very tightly bound up in terms of they can't move in any direction. There are blocks and obstacles in everything they are doing. So all we tell them to do is you sit at home and do your healing, and you will change and the world will reflect it. So they do that, nothing else. Okay, I can't do anything else. I will sit and do my healing. and then things start to happen around them. So they don't go out in the first instance to do anything. जहाँ हम फंसे हैं वहीं फंसे रहते हैं, मगर हम healing करते हैं तो फिर सारी दुनिया बदल जाती है. So that is something that all the healers have experienced to some degree or the other. So that means that there is something majorly happening which is nothing to do with material methods. Because we are not using a material method, we are sitting and placing a certain energy in our body at certain chakras. And that is somehow creating a change in the outside world. So that is something quite extraordinary. So it has nothing to do with my positive thinking, or I could be the most miserable negative thinking person, doesn't matter. As much of a wet blanket, no problem. But if I use this methodology, I will see something change in my life, even though I am unable to do it myself. So you start getting new opportunities, new things. If you look at it, all the major shifts in your life have actually happened by so-called coincidence. So coincidences are the hinges of fate around which your life turns. That achanak, out of the way, kuch pata chal gaya, kuch chal gaya, I met someone and my life changed in direction very
Isn't that my destiny?
Yes, but I'm saying these hinges of fate start to multiply in your life when you do the healing. What I'm getting at is that you don't have to wait for one hinge to turn after 5 years. You can have many hinges turning every few days, and that's how these benefits multiply. So you kind of can think of oiling the doors of your destiny and getting the right key to open your destiny. So that key is not available by all the methods you've tried. So this will open up things which you've not been able to manage with. The only way that you can verify this is two ways. At a distance you can verify by looking at people who are already connected to this, and you see if their lives have changed.
The healers.
Yes. And if you see that something unusual is happening here, and it is repeatable, it is doable by others, that means that is scientific validation of some event that is happening or something that is going on which is meaningful at the very minimum. It is meaningful or very significant. And the other way is I have to try it for myself. If you are just going to be an observer, you're not going to get the benefit very much. So you have to be a game player eventually. Test it out for yourself. So this helps in healing relationships with everything, including ourselves. Our own mind and body is the first place. Then it spreads out to those who are close to us. Because those who are close to us are actually the deliverers of our karmic destiny. There are three types of delivery. One is from your own mind and body. The other is from other living people around you, and the ones who are closest are going to give you. And then the third is acts of God, so-called acts of God, nature. So they combine to give you what is in your fate, you can say. So if we don't like our fate, we have a lot of leeway to change it. And not just by, okay, I'm going to do positive thinking, I'll work harder. Working harder doesn't make you go very far. That's the old philosophy, you have your nose to the grindstone and keep working. And you end up getting frustrated because you don't get the results. So that is not the way. And that presupposes that hard work is equivalent to getting my karma. There is no such thing, because karma is not coming from what you do today. It's coming from a past history. And what you do today is only unlocking some part of it. So when you use spiritual keys to unlock, then you unlock at a very high level. You get new karma. You create new opportunities which don't exist. The blockage is that you don't understand what Reiki is. It is a treasure actually which very few people know the depths of. They are thinking it is some course I am doing like Vipassana or something like that. It is actually an initiation. It is a Brahmin initiation that you have received. and you're connected to the Brahma energies. And this is a very big thing, actually. The difference between the traditional Brahminical path and Reiki is simply that you don't have all those rules and regulations that you have to follow, which you would as a Brahmin. But the energies are Brahminical. So they will take you to a direction which you are best suited for at that time. So if you are chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is your major practice, and that is what you could have done comfortably all these years, and you didn't have to go through the process of working at a deeper level with Reiki, then that is made available to you. And now because there is some influence from your social circle or people you might know, and maybe they've been channeling you, healing, so that memory is reviving, that inner inspiration is coming back to you to explore this. Because let me say that this is not for everybody. Because even if they get the Reiki, they don't know what to do with it because nobody really understands what it truly is. Which is that this is a way out of this universe, directly to go into the spiritual universe, even while you are in this body. So it's a very different kind of a availability, and as much as you will connect with it, as much as you are ready for it, then you will find the next step. So good, you should just reconnect with your healing methodologies, whatever you need. And certainly I'm sure your Reiki master was qualified because you got some benefit out of it. But it is like, we don't take direct transfers from anywhere. For example, we get a lot of people saying, I've done Reiki somewhere. You say you have to do it all over again with us because you do not understand. Or let me put it this way, that we are a different university, so you have to start from scratch again. So you start from scratch, no problem. Otherwise, continue if you are happy with what you've got. But if you want the kind of gains that you see our students getting and you're not getting them, then that's something you need to think about. That, why are they getting and they've got Reiki, I've got Reiki. But I don't have the understanding or I don't have the connectivity. It's possible you don't have the connectivity at the level that's required to make greater change. So then you will step up from one Reiki master to the next one when you are ready for it. So we get, I feel, people who are actually on the brink. They are understanding that this life or this, what everybody is looking for in this life is actually not the real thing. So when somebody comes to that point of understanding, even in their subconscious, then they will come here. Otherwise, they will improve their lives in whichever way, and sometimes drop off and sometimes come back. Now, your energies cycle up one chakra, one chakra, one chakra. So now you are here after 10 years. So now, where do you think your energies are? They are now started the second cycle, root chakra, hara, and now they are at the solar plexus. So now you are considering other things. Solar plexus chakra is the chakra that is responsible for health. It is responsible for confidence. It is responsible for the health of your body as well as your spiritual health. So now it's in that area that this chakra is active. So now you are thinking. So the next chakra is the heart chakra. So Reiki is actually the heart chakra energy. So it is coming from crown chakra, third eye, throat, and it rests in your heart. From your heart it goes to your hand and so on. So you are ready to possibly get more of the heart energy connection. So you work with what you have and see how you feel. And you just have to follow your methodology and understanding. We also post a lot of audios on our website. We have every Saturday morning a Bhagavad Gita class which explains, it's a very interesting way that we do it, is how does Bhagavad Gita apply to people's daily lives. So most of the time you say, Bhagavad Gita, yes, wonderful, and then you listen to it and you go back, hum kahan phase hue hain, a whole situation starts. You don't know how to apply these rules. Also, we talk about how this is connected to Reiki. So you'll get a lot of understanding about Reiki just by listening to those lectures. So that's another way to approach it.
So just one very simple question. So like for people like me, we all are running after success, looking for success, growth, and materialistic pleasure. So most of the happinesses that we are getting are very short-lived. So
Yes.
I have a very simple question: that what should I do so that I can get real happiness from within and can get that peace of mind? So that's my question.
Actually, what you said is very interesting. It shows a lot of insight. And that is that whatever you do, the happiness or the success, satisfaction doesn't last long. So you achieve something, it's there for a while, and then you say, okay, now what? Because it doesn't really satisfy. And that is because you're looking for satisfaction in the wrong place. The satisfaction you should be looking for is in the inner self, in the soul. And this Reiki is that soul connection or soul energy. That is a loving energy, so you have the experience of being, loving yourself all the time once you're connected to that energy. Then whatever you do in life, if it is covered by that energy, you're going to be feeling happy even if it goes down the drain. It's like I'm flowing with that joy. The Rig Veda says that pain comes when there's a blockage in the free flow of joy. So the free flow of joy is Reiki. That is the joyous energy we have. So where there's a blockage, I didn't get this result, I'm very unhappy about this, and I work so hard, why I don't get it? Look at this nasty person, they just get everything. Why do the bad guys suffer, enjoy, and why do the good guys like us suffer? So everyone has these questions. So you can only find an answer to this if you study what does it mean in terms of what governs this universe. And what governs this universe is the karma. So there is a certain code that is written, I call it the karma code. So you have to crack the code. So it's like you're going to crack the karma code and then you will get the answers to your questions. So Reiki will help you. So there is no position of material satisfaction ever. That's a given. So what do you look for as an intelligent person? You say, okay, where do I get sufficient material goodies that I can live a decent life, and then look at the same time, what really satisfies you. So if I'm earning well enough, if I'm doing well enough in my job, I don't have to be super something. I'm doing competent in my area, I'm good enough, I'm not interested in the rat race of going after, money, name, fame to that degree. Maybe I want I want appreciation, okay. As you do your healing, your expectations change very naturally. And you become satisfied with things which earlier would not satisfy you, but it's not that you're suffering. Your careers will go well, your jobs will go well, everything will happen. Facebook. True North
Health Center.
Or just Google Nalin Nirula, you'll get to it, or True North Health Center. So True North, because there's a difference between magnetic north and true north. Magnetic north is slightly in the wrong direction. It doesn't get you to the true place. So now we are the true north people, we are taking you to the true north direction, connecting with the energies. Okay? Thank you for coming. We'll see you downstairs. Please.
Thank you.